All right, everyone, and welcome. And when it comes to playing exciting attacking possession football with high tempo and very fast pace, you look no further than okay. I know most of you, maybe most of us in the younger generation, will say Jurgen Klopp, but before him there was someone, and that was Marcelo Bielsa, who is the current coach of Uruguay, and is usually known as El Loco. That's the mad one or the madman. So his team, he often tends to set up his team in a, as you can see on the screen, a 3-1, a 3-3-1-3 formation, in the sense that he tends to make use of three center backs, one defensive midfielder or one midfielder, and two wing backs with two wingers in order to stretch the pitch, the field, and also the wing backs actually are encouraged to push as high as possible, and as well as one striker. Sometimes he usually use the 4-2-3-1, but the 3-3-1-3 style is his most famous style, and his team tends to build from the back basically. And despite being a very a despite making use of a high tempo style of football, his team still tends to play a possession style of football. And most times, if for teams that implement for most of Bielsa teams, his players tends to be technical, and actually the intention is to play with pace and with eye of the pitch, passing in triangles, and it tends to encourage player rotation as well as a very high pressing game whereby every player is involved, and which ends up causing chaos or risks. Okay, so we'll be going straight to the player roles and player instruction. But before I do that, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. But basically, subscribe. And I am leaving with you. Please subscribe, because by doing this, you are pushing me and this channel for further and upward. Thanks and much love. Appreciate. So we dive straight in. Okay, for your goalkeeper, like I said, it tends to make use of a 3-3-1-3 formation. So for your goalkeeper, we decided to go with a ball playing goalkeeper. Then for your three center backs, one of them is going to be the central one is going to be a ball playing center back, and your winger, your other two center backs, both on the left and the right, will be set to wide center backs. Then for your midfielder, a defensive position, we'll set him as a halfback, because the other defensive midfielder tends to help doing build up as well. So for your wingers, we decided to go for the advanced wing backs, because it tends to encourage its wing backs to be very aggressive in attack and push as high as possible up the pitch. And then for your width, we decided to set our wingers at wide forward. This is in order for them to stretch the pitch and as well cut in when they've gotten the ball. And for your number 10, usually in FM24, this is usually known as the enganche, whereby it's encouraged to roam around, is given a free role to be expressive and act as a creative threat. So it isn't burdened with the defensive duties. Okay, let's see. They say a player with a free role is given full license, allowing them to roam from their position to create attacking opportunities for the team, while encouraged to take more risks. So that's just it. Then for your forward, we decided to go for the center forward. Okay, so for out of possession tactics, we decided to go for the same style as well, but this time around, our goalkeeper will be set as FIFA keeper. Then our center backs will be set at center backs, all three of them. Then for our full backs, they'll be set as wing backs. Then why? Because actually, his team tends to press as high as possible. So thereby you'll be seeing a lot of high lines as well. So that's why we said go with, instead of a fullback, we said to go with a wing back. Then for our defensive midfielder who was in possession is our halfback, we tend to use a DM. And for our wingers, we decided to go with a traditional winger, and our attacking midfielder who was given a free role, we set him at AM, which is attacking midfielder. Our striker still remains the center forward, so that's just it. And that's that. Okay, so for player roles, okay, so this is it. So the center back, that's your 3-1-3. I mean your 3-3-1-3. So for your center backs, you'll be going for player instruction, out of possession. You have to set in trigger press, mark tighter, and tackle harder. So this player instruction, you do it for exactly every single player on the pitch, because the other team tends to be aggressive and they press and mark tighter and they tackle harder as well. So it's basically a very high pressing team. So, and it tends to encourage a lot of high press. So that's it for every single player. You do that from your striker to your wingers as well, to your number 10, to your DM, your wing backs, your center backs. So that's just it for player instructions. Okay. So you can see this is both information and out of formation, similar style. Okay, so now for team instructions, so you can see the visualizer. Doing build up stage, you can see how it looks like. Doing progression, you can see how it looks like. Doing final third, you can see how compact it is. Okay, for out of possession, you can see it. Then you can see how compact as well it looks like. Doing the high press and the mid block. Okay, so that's that. Then for mentality, we decided to go with the positive mentality. I tested this with the positive mentality. So for now we're going to team instruction. The reason I went for the positive mentality was that I know that most times we won't tend to use a top team, so I decided to go for this because I was using an average team. Not technically an average team, because Crystal Palace is actually up there, and also they're not far from the top as well. On a very good day, they can compete with anyone. So for out of possession instruction, we said to go with the line of engagement, high press, defensive line, much higher, defensive line behavior, step up more. That is in order for our defenders to step up and make the pitch compact. For trigger press, meant for much more often. Defensive transition, went for counter press. Immediately you lose the ball, we counter press. No time to slack. Tackling went for get stop in. Okay. Cross engagement went for stop crosses. And for defensive line, we went for short goalkeeper distribution. We decided to go for yes. That's in order to press from the opposition goalkeeper when he tries to build from the back, in order to make them go long, and we end up winning the second balls or the header. Okay, pressing trap outside. This is in order to trap them in the wide areas. Then for in possession, we decided to go for the pressing directness shorter tempo, because his team tends to play possession-based football, but a vertical one at that. So we decided to go for tempo higher, time wasting less often, attacking transition, counter attack, attacking width went for narrower, play for set piece, no. Dribbling went for encourage, supporting runs went for balance in the sense that we encourage overlap on both flanks. Goalkeeper distribution, we build from the back through our goalkeepers, our center backs and halfback. Goal kick went for shots, build up strategy went for play through press. No matter the pressing strategy of the opposition, we still encourage to be from the back. Creative freedom went for more expressive. Progress through went for both flank. Pass reception, balance. Patience went for standard. Shots from distance, balance. Crossing style, balance. Goalkeeper distribution speed went for balance with this. But I think it's up to you. Was it balance or went for distribute quickly? No, went for balance. Okay. Okay, so that's that for this. And for this style of play, we actually tested it. We tested it. I'm actually making use of Crystal Palace, and we tested it in the Community Shield. We played an exciting 3-3 with Liverpool, where we won on penalties. We had 51. We dominated in terms of possession. We had more corners, XG similar, shots on target similar, shots similar. We won. We played 3-3 with Liverpool, coming back each time after going one behind. Okay, against Chelsea, we had away. We won by 1 goal. Similar stats as well. Well, we didn't allow them to dominate us. We actually played as well. Okay, against Europa League qualifiers, we had a bad day against this team, and Nottingham Forest, we won. We dominated throughout 70 ball possession, 3.64 HG, 20 shots, 9 shots on target. Then Europa League qualifier second leg, we overturned a 3-2 deficit, 29 shots, 11 on target, 3.3 XG, corners 12, ball possession 57. So you can see when it comes to Bielsa style of football, this is just my opinion on it, and hopefully you watched to the end and enjoyed yourself. And you can actually download these tactics in the description area below. And please, like I said earlier, please subscribe, because by doing this, you are pushing this channel further. Like, leave a comment. Basically, just do all three if you can, and I really appreciate. But please subscribe, because by doing this, you get notification as well as push my channel further. Thanks. See you in the next video. Much love, peace and love.